Right.
There goes Salty. He doesn't want to be on stream.
Believe to.
Don't worry, I'll be leaving the little lobby, well, the VC after, well, once the match begins, so I can do solo commentary. But
Yeah.
it's gonna be fun flying solo for the first few. So let's see, where shall I?
People that are playing, right?
Where shall I stick the stream? All right. Here's this. Oh, screw. I'll.
If we can actually get this teamwork to, you know, work.
All right.
This teamwork to work.
All right. Oh, before I forget, where can I stick the pass without anyone viewing it?
Just damn it.
Damn it. All right, Pinky, I'm gonna send it to you through there.
Alright.
And to the people that are watching the stream wondering what the hell I'm doing, well, it's a long, well, it's not really a long story. I literally just volunteered to help do a little a side gig for myself for fun. I'll be commentating on let's see, Nightlight Squids scrim against Dredgelords. So, all right, what was I going to do?
Nice.
Pass.
Very nice.
Yep, there we go. Pinky, you have the
Okay.
pass
I'm kinda
when
good.
y'all are ready.
No. Luke needs a little bit more time, I believe.
Well, you have the thing in case. Now, if you'll excuse me, where the heck's my Jeopardy theme? Because it's going to be some time where we're going to have to wait in here. Alright. If not, I would be playing Mario right now. Mario Galaxy or something like that.
Odyssey, you see.
That song.
Catchy, ain't it? Where's my big dojo? Oh, he's over there. Alright. So while we do that, I'm going to go ahead and start advertising this around.
I would go watch, but I'm not allowed to.
Same.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Keep
watch,
it fair,
but
chaps.
Like, I'm trying to
Salty,
watch,
you keep
but
coming in and out.
I'm trying to watch, but it keeps saying the video is unavailable, or it's just not showing up on Twitch.
Twitch.
We're not doing Twitch. Whoopsies. Don't need to double it. I'm doing it on
We're doing
YouTube.
it on YouTube. We're not Mage.
Well, whenever I try to stream it on YouTube, it says this video is unavailable.
Really? Because I was able to play it on my phone, so... Alright, let me go and start advertising in the meantime.
Alright, thank you.
Probably the Mage's hair, or like the hair color.
What?
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 I agree.
I agree.
Just play one more turf and then he'll get back.
Oh, there you go. Finally can see the dream.
My eyesight sucks, dude.
Damn.
You can see it now. One
I
tab
can't
and not change
spell.
it. Now that I can actually play close up, I can actually play.
Yeah, it's clan versus clan, son. Supposedly, whenever Pinky and Mage's groups are ready to fight. Anyways, let me go over here.
Oh! Yeah!
Is it,
Get back! Alright.
I just realized I could probably heal myself. After
Have.
are we still? Y'all still waiting for Luke?
I'm checking my team.
And we're waiting for your team too, Mage. All right.
Ignore my terrible handwriting. I'm drawing on a phone.
Oh, good.
I don't know. I advertised a couple spots.
Alright.
So speaking of double, I gotta put this
What?
over here.
I just see your whole team in a VC.
And my team or
Oh, I'm gonna check on them, so I'll be right back.
yep. See ya.
Hi.
I'm actually getting 2 VCs at once. I want to be in there.
You really want to be in there, don't you? You want to go troll?
I wanna check on everyone.
But that's invading.
Invades. Shut up, Salty.
You got salty. That seems to be everything, huh? Alright, I can't keep listening to Jeopardy. So we'll play some Mario music. Alright, family. Mario Galaxy. Am I by myself now? No? Okay.
No.
Swear to God, Luke is gonna take a while.
Like usual.
You know what's funny now that comes to mind? At least be thankful that y'all are not doing looty right now and you have this stuff being pulled up right now. Because I know that y'all are being paid. Because here's what happened. During my looty experience so far, my teammates had to pull out on me on the last second and stuff like that. And I'm like, I set the dates here for a good reason. I asked for you to show up. And they said, okay, we're good. And then it's like, all of a second, it's like,
That's fine.
as much as I love my team, you just can't do that. And I already have like maybe 3 slots wasted with inactive people, and then 2 of them dropped out because they don't feel fit for it. And I'm like, well, I'm
That's why I'm
sorry.
thankful for these freaks right here. They actually.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi. They show up. Except Luke.
Jesus.
Oh,
They always show up, except for that one that didn't show up.
Well, technically, y'all.
Oh my god, I hear my own voice when I go into this.
Do you at least enjoy the Mario music? I'm at least trying my best to become, well, I'm used to be a DJ, but a small-time DJ.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go to the bathroom and stuff before the scrim. Just,
Hey
like,
son,
ping me
what's
if you
happening is that the
look
other
at
videos are being processed as we speak, so if you try to review that stuff, yeah. I'll try to, you know what, I gotta put a separate thing for uploads and streams.
Bad. Oh.
Yeah, y'all were to be listening to this music right now, it is soothing.
Losing. There he is.
Hey, look, it's
So-
Luke.
Luke's online.
I just like ran upstairs.
Oh, hey, Luke.
Oh
Alright.
my god.
Been waiting.
I'm about to die.
Shut up! I just shoved
Okay,
food
wait,
down my
it's Tor.
throat. God.
Alright.
Now
What
we
was I
just
gonna say?
wait for Pinky to get back from the bathroom.
You guys ready?
Yeah.
Alright,
Yeah,
Pinky,
gotta wait.
Pinky has the pass that I set it up for y'all to join.
Alright.
Since I'll be the one who's
Yeah.
host and moderator. Doing X, Y, and Z
Someone's-
talking and stuff.
Yeah, I just need the pass so I can send it to my team.
Here, I'll give it to you.
Alright.
Alright. Message. Sweet.
What's the past DC? I actually don't even have you. So.
Alright, thanks.
You need to
I'll
add
just
me?
join through
Me,
you.
I think.
Here, I'll
No,
send y'all.
I can join on Pinky. Oh yeah, I need to add you also.
Here, let me send y'all my code as well. I'll put that in the Pinky's, well, in your server right now. So, well, since we're in the VC, why not just put it here, yeah? Alright, it'll be in text to VC. 08 and then 4980. Alright, that's there for y'all to add me.
Alright.
And Salty's gonna leave and watch the stream, so.
Alright, bye,
The
Salty.
darkness, Danny? I'm inactive. What else does it seem to be? And I have Mario Galaxy music to keep me occupied.
Circus.
So I asked for water, then my mom puts it at the...
Alright, I
Thanks.
sent it.
Oh, what?
Now I'm gonna have some
Alright, I'm
interesting
gonna head back to
stories
my
to
team.
share with me. Alright, let me see if I can
Wait,
do this
what?
quickly without the
Wait,
disconnecting.
Paige,
Yeah,
what's going on?
we're starting.
We're just
Oh,
what?
adding
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
starting.
on? Okay.
It's okay, I just got on too. I just got back.
Okay. Good luck to both teams.
Yep.
Eve.
Good luck.
Alright, I'm gonna get
Well, thank you,
disconnected, but
Mitch.
I'll have. Alright.
Ah,
Oh, Jesus.
So
Good
I'm gonna.
turn.
So what's going to happen is
Roll
that I'm gonna get myself kicked out since yeah, this thing.
I can make
What
a
you're asking?
area.
Yeah, me neither.
I can make a commentary roll or thing.
Go ahead if you want to. Oh, never mind. Nothing had changed. Sweet.
Wait,
What's up?
if TC's in the V.
No, we still do a different one.
Oh, okay, good. Because
And
Sound
then
good.
password for this.
Alright.
Alright, we're gonna.
I'm allowed to stay in this VC, right? Yeah.
Well, I'll be out after.
should we go to
Once
the
it's done.
scrims and tournaments VC?
Yeah.
Y'all should do that.
Alright. Have fun in UTC.
Alright. Everyone have fun. Let's have a good, clean game, and then someone give me the thumbs up when y'all are ready. All right.
Yeah.
And then there's one more thing I need to go over before I confuse myself, and everyone's leaving me. Rip. Everyone abandoned me. I'm sad. Oh well. Riddle the diddle me this. So while we wait for everyone to huddle in, I honestly don't know how much longer I can keep this up, guys. I'm honestly a bit nervous because I'm not sure if I'll be a good commentator whatsoever. But it's worth a shot for the kicks and giggles of it. Well, it's not really for the kicks and giggles, but I really like to try my best, so. That way I can be like a free commentary agent when I'm out and people would like to at least have some fun. Well, getting some exposure to the limelight, I guess, is a good term to put it. Yeah. Alright, so. Currently, we have 3 people from Dredgelords and 2 from NLS. Well, not like Squids. And what we're doing is that Mage's team Dredgelords, we're going over looting maps for week 6 for their practice. So this is going to be interesting to go over. While that's paused right there, I might as well go ahead and say that hopefully none of the participants are watching on the stream to somewhat quote-unquote cheat, but I don't think that kind of crap's going to happen. If that's were to be the case, well, someone's going to be very unhappy when they wake up and find stuff laying around the floor. Excuse me. Anyways, hopefully everyone who's joining in the streams have good weekends, yeah? Alright, we are still waiting for one more member. In the meantime, let's go ahead and get some things livened up. Yeah. Wherever everyone's at. Now, let's see. Recent attributes that I've seen from Fort Mackerel, and taking note about the layout of the stage for Rainmaker. Stingrays have been very useful to closing down from them going through any lanes, so... Well, recently I've been going side to side whenever I see Stingrays, so hopefully they can dodge Stingers that they have some... You'll have to excuse me. But it's honestly, Port Mackerel, you just gotta be very careful, especially with the being around the crates and the little nukes. If you're not careful enough, you'll have someone else from the other side of the team either way, one side of the team will either squish someone and then we'll have to go through that stuff, the whole phase all over again. Now, I'm still waiting for everyone to give me their thumbs up, so that way I can start it, but we are currently waiting for one more person from Dredgelords. Now, while everyone's doing that, where, oh where can our last person from Dredgelords be? Alright, let me go over here to Discord. I'm gonna go ahead and hit them up to see what's happening. Alright, we're still oh. Alright. Alright, now that everyone's here, alright, chaps, so they have all their gettings ready. Alright, I got their side. All ready? So, now that we have everyone ready, let me find, well, I'm still waiting for Mage to reply to me, letting me know that his team's ready. Because I don't want to leave no one hanging out and stuff, so whenever I get his side, this is going to be a while. Alright, text to VC, green, green, green. I'm still waiting for Mage to reply. I feel like, I'm sorry that this is going to be a long one, but oh Lord, I'm gonna have one. Alright. Okay. I got the green light from Mage's team. We are ready to begin. So, like I said, I will be spectating for these maps. And then for now, let's just go ahead and divvy up the teams. And then that. Everything's good. And then let me just go ahead and do a brief map controls to remember what I gotta do. X to show the map, ZR to zoom in and off and fun jazz like that. ZR to top camera down, and then player camera, and then I can do objective cameras. Coolio! So, backing up, I'm ready to begin. Now, right now, if I were to be any team right now, I at least equip a Stinger just for safety reasons to keep the Rainmaker from pushing. It's good to get the lane closed off immediately before trying to push extremely. Oh lord, I can't talk strategy for dear God life, man. The only thing I'm worried about is just making a fool out of myself, saying something stupid, and then things go south from there. Another thing to note that I've seen is that, well, for me personally, since this is like a flat layout, snipers and chargers would be pretty damn good to help well, yeah, chargers and splatlings close. Well, maybe not the mini splatling per se, but yeah. Look, range is lovely, but you got to be careful about the close counters inside these little nooks and crannies of the center of port, because it might get a little hairy trying to figure out how to deal with them, especially with the limited space. It's not open like every other map per se, but if these guys get a grill down on what to do, hopefully things will go smoothly. And with that, let's get ready to rumble! I'm kidding, don't listen to me. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Port Mackerel for Rainmaker. I am Captain TC, your generous host, and I'll be hosting today's match between Nightlight Squids and Dredgelords. And so far, ooh, I love everyone's comp. So, to view what everyone has, we have an N-Zap, Octobrush, Splatling, and Roller on Dredgelord's sides, while there's a Splatter Shot, Custom Jet, Squelcher, N-Zap, and Splat Charge on NLS. So let's go ahead and zoom into the objective for a bit. Right now we're going a little bit hazy. There goes the Dredgelords. 2 people are down on Dredgelord's side. Right now, Chargers and what is it? I believe that's a Splatter Shot Pro. You'll have to excuse me. Double Stinger action. Right now Luke got hit hard, and Pinky took out Mage while he was using his Ink Armor. Right now, Ink Armor's out for Dredgelord's side. NLS is currently in a stalemate trying to see who can get the most coverage turf-wise so that way they can push. Dredgelords lost a teammate. Right now they seem to be guarding the Rainmaker while everyone else is trying to make a push towards the Rainmaker. You know, let's go ahead and get a little action close up through Zook's POV. And right now Luke's trying his best to pick off any foes that's come to the left lane from his point of view. Let's see, going back over here to the objective. No one seems to be touching it. And right now we got PK coming in hard with his Octobrush, smacking 1 people. There's 3 people down. Luke's the one person alive by himself. Right now PK's trying to scare him with the Rainmaker shots. There goes Luke. And now Dredgelords is pushing it hard to get over to the other side of NLS's base. Pinky's doing her best with the chest squelcher to take out the Rainmaker. Unfortunately, it's kind of ooh. And then here comes Mage going in hard. He's paying the path. Dredgelords takes the first match. Alright. Me trying to stutter and mumble my way to viewing how things went. Let's just say it's just it's nasty for myself, so please forgive me. Good fighting from both sides, but alright. Next up on the no auto, this is a commentary I'm strictly doing what is it? I'm just spectating and giving opinions about what I see so far. Next up on the maps for Ludi practice for both, well, for their team. Let me close this out so I can view it. We are doing Manta Maria tower control. Lovely. And let's see, Manta Maria. Everything's set. Let me go ahead and double check. Everything good? Everything good? Y'all good? I'm just making sure because I want to make sure everyone's ready and given a fair chance. It's my job to at least make sure that everyone is ready and safe so they can fight. Alright, we have the green light, so let's go ahead and begin round 2 with Tower Control and Mana Maria. Let's see, all teams have been divvied up evenly and nicely. Let us go ahead and begin. Now, Manta Maria Tower Control. Well, in my opinion, it's probably one that, well, for me, it's kind of difficult when you have let me think. We have like plenty of snipers over there on the right side of the, well, on the far starboard side of the ship, doing their best to pick off anyone, and then lately I've been seeing people flank through from the left side of the. Man, I don't know callouts, guys. You're gonna have to forgive me. Okay, let me think. If I had to call, I would nickname that place the plank. So, yeah, I'm gonna nickname the little jump site on the. I'll show y'all it later. But oh my god, it's horrible. I can't speak, guys. You're gonna have to forgive me. But as for myself, for tower control, the best thing to do is that stingers and a stinger, a sloshing machine would be perfect because of its blaster-like radius to go over the tower to deflect anyone off. Umbrellas would be also useful to help shield the tower. And if a charger is good enough, hopefully they can get a lucky snipe of people off the tower and scaring them, yeah? And hopefully everyone in the stream's having fun watching the battles. And round 2 shall begin. Let us see what is being brought to the table. Ooh, Tower Control Mana Maria. Lovely, isn't it? Alright, so we have Sloshing Machine. Ugh. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and read off the weapons they have. Let's see. Sloshing Machine, Splatter Shot, Heavy Splatling, and Crack-On Roller from Dredgelords. On the other side, Ice is using the Forge. We have a Custom Jet, Umbrella, and a Splatter Shot. So I can see this being an even match. Meanwhile, around the tower, everyone seems to be do-si-doing with the meat almost trying to catch on to Luke. So far, 2 people down on the NLS side. There's another Stinger going out trying to harass Pinky. That's Spider. Unfortunately, Pinky went down to the enemy to their Stinger. Currently, Mage is do-si-doing around on the tower, protecting it for dear life. Will he be able to scare the Umbrella person away? Nope. He's cracking out his Stinger. And currently, what's happening around the tower, we have Ice over here. I want to call this a little sneaky area, just because. And then this is the ugly corner where things can go from 0 to 100, and how crazy things escalate in trying to fight for who gets the bigger advantage. Right now, Dredgelords is at a good 50, with NLS still at 100. Right now, Mace is going 1-on-1, wins against the Splatter Shot. Unfortunately, Ice got hit somewhere in the making. Right now, everyone's doing their best to get out of the Ink Storm from the Dredgelord side. Unfortunately, Mace takes a hit on that dude. And we see Mace, I can't get those 2 correct, excuse me. Stinger's going out to block whoever's riding the tower off of it. Meanwhile, Luke trying to get too aggressive on the sniping platform. Fails, unfortunately. Meanwhile, Spider's doing his best to harass Ice over there near the center mast. Well, where the center mast used to be, but we'll call that center mast, alright? Meanwhile, Mage is getting close in to help get more turf coverage. Right now, PK's on the other side getting harassed by the Jet Squelcher. And Luke is flanking on the other side. He's going in from the back, takes out the Splatter Shot, and Spider avenges his teammate. Now let's go ahead and get a closer look. I like Splatling's point of view because that's always fun to view. So right now, there's a lot of people up there in the center. Well, center box. I'll call it the little center box. Spider's getting to a safe distance to get ready to use the Stinger, hopefully. Now let's go ahead and see. I want to take this into Mace's perspective to see how aggressive. Ooh. Yeah, if you get too aggressive in this stage and you're not be careful of your teammates watching each other's tails and stuff like that, you're gonna get the pooch screwed hard. So far it's been 2 people from Dredgelords is down. Mage is getting ready to take the tower, and right now Mage is getting hit between both Mace and Ice. With Ice down, Mage down. Ice and Mace are working together. Ooh, Mace got hit, and Meep took Ice out in a fair trade. Meanwhile, Luke is doing his best to scuttle around Spider's Splatling, and it seems to be hard for him to get through the heavy round burst that shoots fast out of the Splatling. Yeah, this is going savage, guys. Now, in the meantime, Dredgelords is doing their best to get as much turret coverage possible. And right now, that's a Stingray coming from Mage, doing his best to sweep any sneaky guys out. Right now, Ice is lucky to survive from Mage's Stingray. And he's getting ready to do-si-do his way out. Unfortunately, Mage got him with the sloshing machine. Spider's currently on the tower protecting it. 2 people down from NLS. Well, now it's still 2 people down. Make that 3. Ice is the only person alive straddling the tower. Well, protecting the tower at all costs from them pushing. And Ice is officially down. We lost Spider. And now Pinky's up on their mast, protecting the tower, giving it deep coverage, while Ice and Pinky are trying to gang up on PK. PK's down. And meanwhile, here on the other side of their NLS's snipe, Spider and Meep are working their best to get coverage. Meanwhile, Spider took control, got hit by Ice. Ice's forge splatter shot. Yeah, that's forge. Bubbles are going out for protection. And Stinger's out from Mage. Unfortunately, he was able to wipe 2 people or 3. I can't keep up the details, guys. I'm sorry. You'll have to forgive me on that. And as of now, Meep was able to survive an auto bomb, or there's no auto bomb. A suction bomb. That's correct. Meanwhile, Pinky's doing her best to stingray anyone off their NLS. Dredgelords just snipe 2 people down from NLS, and Dredgelords is making another push. And with that, Dredgelords, 2 people down on Dredgelord's side. NLS is going in deep to take it. Will Ice be able to straddle the tower? Nope. Mage Kid takes this tower once more and wins it for Dredgelords. Currently, Dredgelords 2, NLS 0. I don't understand why people are inviting me to speak on the Switch app, but decent job to both teams, good games, and keep up that spirit. How do you type in the description? I don't know. I really don't know how you do that. Now, if I'm correct, we're going to do splat zones, and to go ahead and read the maps once more. The maps that are next up. Let me see. I sent the maps into this other server I have here. Is on Sturgeonfish. Alright. Sturgeon Shipyard. Now let me go over here and double check that everyone here on both teams are good. Ready? Good to go. I'm gonna have to literally find every other way to say, is your team ready? X, Y, and Z, just to make sure that everyone's good. Because it's the fairest thing to do, and I like being fair. Unlike certain other people, many other teams that I've gone with during Ludi have been rude or just silent, and that honestly kills me when people don't say anything, and I can't because here's the thing, I can't read your minds when you're like on the other side of a computer and stuff. Alright, okay. I think I got pinged once more. Anytime, chaps. Anytime. Or Lucas typing. Hold on a second. In the meantime, alright. Okay. Sure. Alright. Everything is good to go. All people are good. Everyone's separated into the groups like always because nothing else has changed yet. And now we are getting ready to head into Sturgeon Shipyard Splat Zones. So, if I recall correctly, Sturgeon Shipyard's center bridge takes up the whole zone. and you have drawbridges going up and down, either near spawn or right there. Let's see, spawn and over there near the objective. So, if I were to beat them, Inkstorm is a lovely special to use to get coverage all around. Using an E-leader wouldn't be a bad option either, but you got to be careful if someone sneaks up your drawbridge and attacks you down. Well, attacks you down. Excuse me. Alright, now what was I saying? Yeah. Another thing to know is that since this is more like one of them larger open maps, and you can flank around into the back of any other team's base, you just got to make sure you don't get too aggressive and wind up, I don't know, crawling into the hornet's nest of 3 people ganging up on you. Unless you got a suicide splashdown and you wipe all 3 of them out, good for you, chaps. Good for you. Just be careful with what you think of, alright? Right now, Analyst is probably trying to find a decisive plan of how to attack. Unfortunately, time is up. Let's see if their well, not objectives, but let's see if their thoughts have accumulated into something good. My guess is they did. I would love to see Analyst get a match off the Dredgelords. They've been undefeated so far in Ludi, which is nice to hear for them, and I'm glad for them. All right, Ink Armor, Splashdown, Baller, and E-Leader. Ooh, someone took my advice, JK. And we already have Mace down with the Slosher, Splattershot, and Pro. Splattershot that, Analyst is down. Meanwhile, over here in the zone, let's see. Meep is going ahead and Sniper Patrol. 52 is down. Each kid puts out armor for everyone to protect. Let's see how Pinky's Stinger Mayhem's going on. So far, one person on their team's down. Ooh, here we go with Ice splashing down for protection detail. NLS has protection of the zones. Let's see how our E-Leader friend is doing over here on Dredgelord's side. He gets one snipe off Luke. Unfortunately, Ice comes around and got a little too hasty there. Like I said, you got to be careful with how you aggressively go to attack. Meanwhile, back in the zones, Mace is doing his best to get zone coverage, but PK splashes down and regains control for Dredgelords. Meanwhile, Ice and Luke are going around, trying to find ways to get into the zone. Luke is doing his... Ooh, Luke got snipped, unfortunately, with Echolocator. Spider's currently flanking around, getting ready to go attack the base, but... Alright, let me see. To go back out, I do that, and then to zoom in to go freestyle camera. Right now, Mage is getting a little aggressive, trying to take a Mace out. Mace, unfortunately, flees from the scene to be safe and launches out a 10 missile barrage. Currently up in the sky. Let's see. 1 people from NLS down. 4 people on Dredgelords are still surviving. Mace goes into the zone to get control. Unfortunately, it's not enough to get the zone coverage back, while Pinky's using her Stinger to provide cover. And right now, Dredgelords is picking everyone off from NLS one by one. And that's game, set, match. Titan gets his message leading ranges. Rip. Alright, joking aside, Dredgelords knows how to put the pressure on NLS, and I think that's what's crippling NLS's, well, I won't say defenses per se, but they're getting controlled very tightly, so it's restricting their freedom to move around and figure out how to plan their attacks. Let's see. Currently, that's 3-0 for Dredgelords is in the victory. Right now, we get to go on to Rainmaker for Starfish main stage. This is one of the... well, between this and Makomart, I'm pretty sure this is one of the... This is one of my personal maps that I dislike with a honest-to-God passion. It's just ugly in general. Okay. I mean, no. Alright. Best of 9. Going off of maps. Has 9 sets. 9. And currently, I'm waiting for NLS to speak to me about what's happening because I think they're getting confused and not notified about looted maps being in play. All looted maps are consisted of 9 maps. I'm sorry if I assumed your gender, Kai. Alright, joking aside, I'm still waiting for NLS to say if they're good or not. Alright, they're good to go. Everything's set map-wise. And Starfish main stage, well... So, in the beginning of the map, you have a barrier that usually splits, well... I think during tower control, that wall is gone, so you can infiltrate. Well, not infiltrate. You can snag the tower and eradicate anyone that's close to your base if they're right there at the second checkpoint. But for Rainmaker, that whole section of easy access gets blocked off with a giant wall that you have to climb, since there's a ramp that allows you to go up to the snipe and drop off and go through the pit. And right now, everyone's having fun, saying, "We're ready, we're ready, we're ready." I don't know what else to make assumptions out of this. And usually, if I make an assumption, it usually makes an ass out of me. Alright, joking aside, if I were to do Starfish main stage, I would at least say go with Ink Storm to help flood anyone out and get some coverage, since this stage is open. And Stinger would be lovely too, but when you have someone when you get over there to the spawn and where the Rainmaker pedestal is at, it's not that useful if they're going up from the top route, because, well, unless you're already stinging them for a good 2 seconds, then maybe you can make a difference, but oh well. Come on, Otto, don't be a jerk. Alright, so far I see a Splatshot Pro, I believe that's a Splat Roller, Rapid Blaster, and Sploosh. Dredgelords is going aggressive, while on NLS side they have Jet Squelcher, Mini Splatling, Splash-O-Matic, and a 52. And they seem to take Meep out, who is going Sploosh. Unfortunately, Luke takes out him. Rapid Blaster, dude. Right now, Ice is taking the Rainmaker. And with that, he tries to paint himself a path up. Unfortunately, Meep's closing in. And there goes the Rainmaker. In the meantime, let's go ahead and zoom into the action. Excuse me! With Mace being a Splash mainer. And so far from what I'm seeing, he's doing a pretty darn job protecting the Rainmaker. Everyone's hopping over to the side, and we're going to see them grab the Rainmaker and protect Ice. Unfortunately, Mace stood too close to the curling bombs and got himself blown up in the process. And with that, there's only one teammate alive, and that is Luke. And I believe Luke is doing his dear best to protect the Rainmaker at all costs. Unfortunately, he got splooshed. Meanwhile, we'll go ahead and check over to see what Meep's doing. Meep's getting ready to clear. Took out Mace. And Pinky mowed him over with the Mini Splatling. Damn, you improved a lot, Pinky. I'm proud of you. In the meantime, she's getting ready. She's watching out, keeping an eye out. Let's see. Let's go ahead and zoom in on to our Rapid Blaster friend. Using your Bomb Rush to help us scare them would be a nice idea. But you got to be aware of people flanking around through the other side. And that was Luke with his 52, eradicating everyone. Now, if I were NLS, I would take the Rainmaker and hightail it. Go with the path that's been painted for protection detail. Mage got hit in the process. Here comes NLS. Oh no, NLS is not able to make a KO. But it is a very strong push that they have done so far tonight. They should be proud of themselves. And right now, Dredgelords is getting ready to take it and kick it up a notch. Will they be able to succeed and be able to push? My guess, well, you're just gonna have to wait until we're just gonna have to wait and see. Meanwhile, Meep is over here, getting ready to attack the 52 that's haunting everyone. We'll go ahead and check over here with Mage to see how he's doing holding the Rainmaker. 52's harassing. 52's down. And with that, Jet Squelch is getting harassed with everyone else. I'm gonna go to free camera angle to see what's happening. They're pushing up through the... Ooh. NLS got wiped. Well, to a small extent. PK's over here getting the Rainmaker set. We'll let... Ooh, Dredgelords took the lead and got another one in the bag. Where I think NLS fell, well, I'd say that they did a very strong push. Unfortunately, I think defending got a little hasty once everyone was trying to rush in and take out the Rainmaker. Not a smart idea when all the enemy teammates are protecting the Rainmaker. That's what the objective's made for, guys. Protecting it. It's like the president, to a certain extent. And for the next match, it'll be tower control on the reef. And then, with that said, let's go ahead and tune in over to see how everything's going. Easy. Alright. Yeah, I'm letting him do. Oh, alright. 1, 2. When I'm ready. So far tonight, that last match, I honestly thought that NLS had it in the bag. They did a pretty good job pushing, but when it came to defending, what's really happened is that they got a little too aggressive, and everyone got cut in the process. It's not a bad idea to try to rush them and try to spook them and take them out one by one, but you gotta plan it carefully and be aware of your surroundings as well. Luckily, Mage's teammates were there to help protect him and push forward. I haven't seen anyone on his team died yet, but okie doke. Alright. So right now, NLS is getting the sub to replace Pinky's spot. So eventually I'll be getting the green light from Luke, who will tell me when they're ready to begin. Alright. Alright, and we get Yoshi replaced. Ready? Alrighty. Dredgelords is ready. All good here. Like I said, I'm just doing my part to make sure that everyone's ready. Okay. Let's go ahead and begin round 5. Let's see, tower controller reef. Now we're gonna have to adjust a couple of items. So yep. Meeps on alpha. Yoshi, it needs to go to the NLS. NLS sides, double checking. Yep. Everything's good according to plan. Let's go ahead and begin the 5th match for tonight's battle. Excuse me. So for the reef tower control, well, it's underneath the bridge. The tower control. Yeah, excuse me. The tower is placed underneath the bridge. So, and you kind of have like a closed section off where it's going to be a little hard to. Well, it's not really hard to get on the tower, but it's going to be one heck of a brutal fight to just get on the tower. Stingrays would be lovely for this stage. I would also put some bomb rushes here and there to help weed out any sneaky, what's the term? Sneaky flankers. There we go. Because someone can actually have flanked. Well, no. No one has been able to. Well, actually, yes. You can actually flank through the alleyways that are available. Sorry, guys. But with that being said, NLS is ready to give their all. Currently 4-0. Will NLS be able to bag a win and maybe make an epic comeback? Let's see what they can do. And currently, going over weapon choices, we have, let's see, 96, Nzap, Splatling, Sploosh, NLS, Forge, Splat Scope, Brush, and Umbrella. So far, there's an even trade-off, and NLS loses. Yeah, they lost 2 people. Right now, it's neck and neck between who can get the other person. Ice is able to revenge Mace. In the meantime, we're gonna go ahead and check what's happening down below through Luke's POV as the Brush. Right now, he's doing his best to strip the tower, and he's getting attacked by the Stinger, and I believe it was the Nzap. If not, it was the 96. Meanwhile, on the tower, Mage is doing his best to, well, in terms, strip it. He's doing his best to protect the tower. He sees another ongoing enemy, tries to take out Ice. Unfortunately, the little ledge there is blocking his shots from making it accurate. And right now, watching the bubbles blow up, get away. Back on the tower, Ice is getting ready to put another fight back. Unfortunately, the 2-hit kill from the 96 was overpowered to Splattershot Pro. And Luke's coming in from the back of the side of the bridge, getting aggressive, trying to take out Mage. Unfortunately, he's able to take out 2 people for 1 strike. Good for him. Meanwhile, Endless is getting ready to take control. He's flanking the Splatling and trades with the heavy Splatling. Back to the tower we go. Ice is popping out some bubbles for protection detail. And having... Mage is getting up close. Unfortunately, the bubble exploded. And right now, Endless is making a good, strong push. Well, they got off the tower, but they're still making one heck of a push. Yoshi's going in. Ooh, some latency issues over there. And Ice is doing his best to strap the tower without failing his comrades. Let's see what's happening. Right now, he's getting attacked from Dredgelords' alleyway. Sploosh takes him out, Meep's on the tower, and Luke is getting close to take him out. Unfortunately, the only person that's alive is the Umbrella, so let's go ahead and zoom back to the tower that's not being taken. Alright, PK is on. Oh, nope. PK's just going around, double checking who to take out. Yoshi's in the... Ooh, Yoshi got hit. Let's see. Meanwhile, Dredgelords is doing their best to get as much turf coverage as possible. Luke, being the one-man band by himself, is doing his best to get them preoccupied. Seems that they're taking the bait. And meanwhile, ooh, Mace was able to snipe off Spider. Will Mace be able to survive? Oh yes, he will. Mage is the only person alive on his team. Will he do the risky strip the tower and take a W for his team? I don't believe so. He's playing it safe. And he's getting ready to flank anyone who's on the tower. It's clearing on top of the bridge. That's a Brush that's coming in hot. Meanwhile, I believe Yoshi's the only Umbrella person alive. Straddling the tower for dear Lord's sake. And it seems... Ooh. Yeah, Mage got hit hard right there. Another person's climbed up on the tower. Unfortunately, they died in the process. Endless is making a very refined, strong push, and Yoshi stood way too long in the Stinger. Taken out by Spider. Viewing from Spider's POV. Charging up and letting it rip. And then, let's go ahead. Riddle me, diddle me this. How else are we going to view this today, huh? Let's see. Yoshi's going one-on-one with Meep. Unfortunately, I'm not sure if Meep will survive this. Ooh, Meep went around... Okay, I can't tell, especially with how latency is not favoring those two. So, meanwhile, we'll go ahead and check over here with Spider, who's doing his best to wipe everyone out in the alley. Took out the sniper for NLS, and getting ready to make a strong push. Will they die from the ink storm? Nope. Lucky thing. Or they did. Ouch! Right there by the edge. That's gotta suck, but it could be worse. Meanwhile, Analyst is popping out the bubbles. Yoshi's doing his best to view the tower and protect it. We're going to speed up the process, and meanwhile, Mage is up on top of the bridge, trying to take out the Umbrella. Unfortunately, that suction bomb's going to blow up. Ink Armor has been dispensed out. Let's see what's going to happen. Let's see. I see Mace using a Stinger to protect the tower. So far, it looks like Dredgelords might be... Ooh. This is looking good for NLS as we speak. Alright, Spider's using his Stinger for Dredgelords to push. Ice pops out Bubbles, takes out Mage. With 8 seconds left, NLS has taken out most of Dredgelords' team, which puts NLS at a victory 1-4. Knowing NLS. Well, glad to know that they were able to put... what is it? Glad to know that NLS made a comeback. Dredgelords put one hell of a fight up. Unfortunately, NLS got the upper hand this match. Alright, good games to both teams. Next up should be No, we did tower control, so next up should be Splat Zones. And for this match, we will be doing Kelp Dome. Ooh. So back to Splatoon 1 basics with updated alleyways and all that fun jazz. Alright. Jeez, chaps. Y'all ready? Clear? Eventually, I'm just going to have to find creative ways to ask good to go and X, Y, and Z. Alright, what's happening over here in the chat since I was so focused on the action? Who knows? Alright. Dredgelords is ready. Checking over here on the NLS side. And don't feel bad, Pinky. You guys put one hell of a fight there in that last Rainmaker match. Don't let the battles defeat you, alright? Alright, everyone's separated to the sides. Now, Splat Zones and Kelp Dome, nothing else has really changed besides the whole redesign of the grates and putting well, yeah, we no longer have the trees available in our little boxes, so but the grates, yeah, the catwalks have been extended further out so you can go. And there's actually drop-off sections too out of the catwalks. Now, for Kelp Dome at this size, Inkstorm would be, I would say Inkstorm's a must, especially with how good of a radius it has, but it's like, well, if we were to talk about Inkstorm back in Splatoon 1, it's not wide enough to just take the whole thing by itself. Sure, it's one simple strike in the center, but it doesn't get, it maybe at least takes up at least maybe 60 to 75% of the zone when you at least need 80% of it covered. And Pinky, please don't feel bad. Honestly, I was proud of you for that mini splatting stuff you did back there in the Starfish Rainmaker. I honestly thought you guys were going to win. But as I said, y'all got a little too hasty over there, and that's how Dredgelords was able to make their comeback. Now, beginning with round 6, we are now here in the Kelp Dome. Ooh, Mace has got to make me proud. So, in this boxed up stage, we have a, let's see, Forge, regular splatter shot, range blaster, and a roller. On the NLS's side, they have a 52, gold dynamo, Forge, and umbrella. Unfortunately, it's equal sides of both NLS and Dredgelords. Right now, Dredgelords is popping out their bubbles for protection detail. Pops them to scare anyone that got close by. Mace is doing his best with the gold dynamo to get as much coverage as possible. The gold dynamo is lovely for coverage detail. Takes out Meep with the extended range of the roller. PK's the only person by himself. He gets ganged up. That's a wipe. That's a wipe from Dredgelords. Well, NLS to Dredgelords. Good God, I can't speak. Forgive me. Meanwhile, Mage Kid's going on the other side. And Yoshi's down there. Yoshi and Ice are down there protecting him. And right now, Meat just got wiped from Mace's gold dynamo. Scary. You don't want to get out the short end of the tsunami wave that's launched out. Let's go over here to see what's happening on Dredgelords' side. Right now, Mage Kid is getting hit hard. Gets a hit off Luke. Meanwhile, they have to get the dynamos down on NLS's side. Will NLS be? I think Dredgelords is probably going to take this on. I'm going to be honest here. But you can never. Ooh, here comes Yoshi with his umbrella. Unfortunately, he exposed himself, and that's what took him out. Will Mage be able to take out the gold dynamo? Nope. He's being aware of his surroundings. With someone coming in from the back, Luke was able to shoot him out with his forge. Now going back to the zone. NLS is getting ready to take the zones back once more. Meep's taken out. Meanwhile, Mace is in the zones, doing his best to get as much map coverage as possible on the actual zone. Unfortunately, the range blaster took him out before he could say make them wish his final prayers, or whatever the case might be. Dredgelords is getting ready to take the tower back once more. Ice has activated his baller, getting close. It was a good, smart move that he did to back out of there, especially with how hairy the situations are. Dredgelords, NLS is down 2 people. Dredgelords is taking full coverage of the whole center. Meanwhile, Mace is doing his best to flank from the back to use his widespread. And Meep took out Mace. And Dredgelords has taken the lead. Meanwhile, Dredgelords is, let's see. Yoshi puts out his Ink Storm. He's trying to get the zone covered. Ice and Mace on the side. Ooh, this might be where the tables turn, and NLS will get. NLS has reclaimed the zones. Good for them. Meanwhile, over here on Luke's side, they're currently fighting with the range blaster and his friends on the other side. If I were them, I would pop the bubbles right now around the zone for protection detail. And unfortunately, Mace got the short end of the shtick there. Watch your tails, as I would say. Mage got hit. Yeah. Oh wow. You can do for Call of Duty, Luke. I'm proud. You gotta get kudos to that, because I can't do Call of Duty for shit. Ooh, Mace just smacked him hard right there. Ooh, he got squished, unfortunately. Let's see what NLS is going to try to do, especially with how gridlocked. Don't go. Ooh. They're repeating the same mistake. You can't just keep going through the snipe. That's like the most obvious spot. You gotta figure out a way to flank. You gotta flank carefully and coordinated. Unfortunately, I'm not sure if NLS. Oh, is Ice just giving up? Oh, Yoshi disconnected. But according to rules of Ludi per se, once you pass what's the certain time mark? When it's past 2 minutes and 30 seconds, and your objective is further out than 60. You technically have to forfeit the match. So I'm not sure what's going to happen. I'll go see what they want to say, but if I were to take take it from a official standpoint, I would have to give the match to Dredgelords since that happened. But unfortunately, I believe that's game. I don't know. We'll have to see what these guys are talking about. Let me go ahead. Technicals. Point set. Past 60 points. There's a W. Alright, let me go ahead and check over here what Mage says. Alright. Of Ludi protocol. No. We win the match. Because are you willing to let them have their chance or not? And meanwhile, I'm going to go ahead and wait for Mage's reply. We might have a redo of Kelp Splat Zones, granting if Dredgelords will allow them a chance, but... Oh, they said keep going. Alrighty. Keep going. continuing with all the maps, alright? Okay, so now that was Splat Zones, back to Rainmaker. Since we're doing all the maps available, the next one is Rainmaker on Hump. And my dog's acting a little bit crazy, so... Oh boy. Let me go ahead and double check what's happening over here on NLS. And right now we are Alright. How do I put it? Man, this, you know what, now realizing it, being a commentator sucks when you have to be a mediator between the two. Yeah, heads up, that NLS says you're not to continue on anymore. It's a shame that they don't want to continue. Alright. Okie doke. Now, I believe that's game set. Match make. Dredgelords 5, NLS 1. Yeah, that's what I would say too, Pinky. Keep going, but... hell. What was the case back then with us? Pinky, you know that I think we got very salty with how things turned out. We scrimmed against y'all. But, what was the case? Yeah, I don't know. It's all about the pride and ego. Yeah, I think that's what makes all teams fall when they lose. It's all about the pride and ego and not realizing that, you know what, with this loss we gained some valuable knowledge and continue to learn and move forward, yes? Alright, let me see what's going on over here in NLS. Okay. So I believe that will conclude the battles. Officially over. Officially done, yes. Alright. And we're officially over, guys. So, that, like I said, Dredgelords 5, NLS 1. Good games to both sides. And, ooh, map rotation change. Alright. Like a scrim reflection and discuss your thoughts. I'm just offering this up since well, a nice thing I like doing is what is it? Well, from my personal point of view, what I like to do is that after every scrim match or stuff, well, I start doing this after, I think it was Moonlight Squids, or what Moonlight Neo, or whatever the case is, but, alright, I forgot what I was going to go over, but, Pinky, go ask if any of your NLS chaps want to do a scrim overview with me and talk about what they thought. Well, I don't know, maybe the pride's gotten in the way and they won't exactly talk openly about what they thought about it so far, but I think that y'all done a pretty damn well job. Besides, knowing Mage's team, y'all put one hell of a fight up, and y'all should be proud of that. Especially the Rainmaker on Starfish main stage. I honestly thought y'all were gonna get that hands down, but like I said, y'all rushed in too hard. That's what got y'all in the end. But yeah. Alright, chaps. That ends this whole scrim video. I want to at least apologize if I started along the way, but it's my first gig. I'll get better as time goes on. I'd love to have a co-anchor, but yeah, who cares? If you guys enjoyed the scrim, leave a like, and at least say GG's to both teams that have participated. Now, in the meantime, I'm going to see if any of the teams want to rally up and discuss their point of view about what happened and what they thought about it overall in a reflection. Probably not likely going to happen, but it's worth a shot. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream off. Thanks for watching. Everyone have a safe weekend. And I wish, well, happy holidays as well.